pursue a PhD in sociology on the subject, a study of the Muslim women workers in the informal economy of Bhiwandi. With around 16 and a half years of professional experience under her belt in the academic domain, be it lecturer, principal, administrator, examiner, moderator, you name it, and she has been into it all. Apart from her contributor to the academic domain, one more important thing stands out in Dr. Oneza Tanveer Farid is her contribution to society, especially women, and her strong belief and contribution to matters of women in the forms of papers, publications, articles and seminars. I'm afraid I will fall short of time if I start naming them all. So here are some of her noteworthy work. Publication on the hijab debate, My Hijab, My Right in the International Journal of Research Cultural Society. Ethnicity and Innovation, a study of Muslim women owned businesses in Bhiwandi. Postpartum care, assessing the traditional mind related to childbirth and understanding postpartum health and nutrition. Development of women entrepreneurship in India. Domestic violence and its influence on children's growth. Environment and its effects of society, published in 2019 in Chronicles of Humanities and Cultural Studies. Awareness of low-cost weaning to combat malnutrition, one of the major aspects of poverty in India, published in 2019 in New Man, International Journal of Multidisciplinary Studies, and many other publications and articles majorly focusing on women's rights, women empowerment, Muslim women and environment. So please give a huge round of applause and a very warm welcome to our chief guest, who is an epitome and torchbearer of academic excellence, social change and women empowerment. Please give a huge round of applause. भीड़ में खड़े होना पसंद नहीं मुझे, भीड़ में खड़े होना पसंद नहीं मुझे, भीड़ जिसके लिए खड़ी हो वो बनना है मुझे. Dr. Oneza Tanveer Farid. I would like to call Mr. Shagafati sir to please present the memento as a token of appreciation to Dr. Oneza ma'am.
खुलूसे वफाओं के मोती लुटा के चलते हैं, वो राह में बुराक को अपना बना के चलते हैं. कोई क्या करेगा इनके कद का अंदाजा, कोई क्या करेगा इनके कद का अंदाजा, वो आसमां है मगर सर झुका के चलते हैं.
हवा का रुख बदलना चाहती हूँ, दिया हूँ और जलना चाहती हूँ. माँ वो अंजुम मेरी मंजिल नहीं, अभी मैं और चलना चाहती हूँ. Respected President of Upliftment Educational Society, Mr. Mohsin Singh sir, Principal of Husna Malik Maddu College, Gangadhar Meshram sir, Mrs. Sana Farid Madam, your own Vice Principal. I think she's one of your favorites, I can see that on your faces. Respected dignitaries on the dais, all the staff members, lecturers and my dear students. Assalamu alaikum and a very, very good afternoon. Yeah, it's afternoon. So very good afternoon to one and all. I can see a lot of all of you eagerly waiting for your distribution, but I'll not take much of your time. I'll shorten my speech, and as Sana madam suggested, I should use mixed language. I'll definitely use mixed Urdu and English in my. I'll not take much of your time. First of all, let me congratulate the principal, vice principal and staff of Husna Malik Maddu College, because to organize and arrange such an event, it requires a lot of efforts and planning. So a round of applause for the organizers of this program. I am really humbled and deem it as a pleasure to be invited here in this August assembly, and I really feel so good coming here. Now, as far as education is concerned, I consider all of you to be very, very lucky. Now, very, very lucky, the reason being, you know that the rate of Muslim women's literacy, unfortunately, is worse than scheduled castes and scheduled tribes in India. And why are you the lucky ones? The reason being, you got the opportunity to study in a degree college. Most of the unfortunate girls, they drop out before they enter their 5th standard, or after their 10th standard, or after their 12th standard. But you are the lucky ones, because your parents, they believed in you. They gave you this opportunity to study further. And this is how you are going to be uplifted, empowered. And what do you call empowerment? How does a woman get empowered? Once she is independent. And how do you get independence? How do you become independent? Once you are educated. Because once you are educated, you are highly qualified, you are not dependent on anybody. You know that you can earn a living for yourself. And that is what makes you independent. Now, believe me, nothing else makes you independent unless and until you have the capacity to survive, or you can earn a living for yourself. That is very important. I would like to say one more thing, why education is important. Girls were, लड़कियों को हमेशा बोझ कहा जाता था, liability. Am I right? अब वही liability पढ़ लिख के asset बन जाती है. I'm not from I don't know very good Urdu, so I don't know what you call asset, but liability से you become an asset. Is that right? So जब आप पढ़ते लिखते हो, वही लड़की जो liability बोली जाती थी, अब वो asset बन गई है. And unfortunately, आजकल बहुत सारे लड़के liabilities बन गए. I support that. So, education is very important, and I'll just speak on 1-2 topics, apart from your traditional education, what you are seeking from a degree college or whatever you are learning, apart from that, you have to develop skills. You have to develop skills, and believe me, now it's very easy and convenient to develop skills through your mobile phones. And in this speech, I would like to make some awareness, speak about mobile phones also. Mobile phones, in a way, is an asset. It has got its own pros and cons. But nowadays, I can see a lot of cons instead of pros. The first thing, when we get up in the morning, social media. Social media is good, but at the same time, social media is very bad. Now, why is it bad? Let us discuss that. Once you get up in the morning, what do you do? Including me, I do the same. What do you do? Before brushing your teeth, आप अपना phone उठाते और check करते. Is that right? So we have become slaves. We have become slaves to the social media and the technology. And there are 3 things that plays a very important role, I would say, or a negative role. The first thing, the issue of social media is competition. Because of social media, there's a lot of competition. So, जो भी आपकी बेस्ट फोटो आप सोशल मीडिया पे अपलोड करते हो, आप आपका बेस्ट खाना सोशल मीडिया पे अपलोड करते हो, आप जहाँ घूमने जाते हो, बेस्ट प्लेस यू अपलोड इट ऑन द सोशल मीडिया विदाउट रियलाइजिंग, that do you post your everyday things on that? If you are not looking good today, if it's a bad day, do you post it? आप लोग डालते हो सोशल मीडिया पे? नहीं. और फिर जब आप आपके फ्रेंड्स का सोशल मीडिया देखते हो कि अरे शी इज हैविंग सच लवली फूड, मैं नहीं खा पा रही, ये तो यहाँ घूमने चली गई, मैं नहीं, इससे कंपटीशन आता है. This is one major issue of social media which you should be aware of. The second is selfie. Clicking selfies and posting it till you get the best. And believe me, there are so many psychological issues related to this. Believe me, there are so many psychological issues related to this. The second issue is social currency. Currency पता है आपको? क्या होता है? Currency क्या होता है? पैसे. Currency. You know, have you heard about social currency? Anybody can tell me what is social currency? Likes and comments. That is right. So nowadays, youngsters have become crazy after this social currency. मुझे 500 लाइक मिले, मुझे 400 लाइक मिले, मुझे 300 मिले. Like, are you getting me? So these are the evils that's eating the new generation. I wanted to speak about. I always tell this to my students, so I thought I'll speak about it here also. So the social currency is another issue, and the major issue nowadays, most of the youngsters, including us, I would say, we are facing is FOMO. Have you ever heard about FOMO? FOMO. What is FOMO? FOMO is basically fear of missing out. कि अगर आपका नेट चला गया है या आपका कनेक्शन चला गया है, और if your Wi-Fi is not working or your data is not working, you become restless. These young generations, you become restless. कि अरे, what am I missing on? So, like, I want you to stay away from all these evils. Use your phone, use your smartphones, use the technology for betterment. Like, learn skills. You can have so many online classes. It's your choice what you choose out of it. Apart from that, today I can see a lot of prizes here because it's your annual prize distribution program. And I would say, I would congratulate, because later I will not have a chance to speak. So let me congratulate the winners who are going to take prizes with them today. But I'll not only congratulate the winners, I'll also congratulate the competitors who have not won today. आपने जिसने भी कंपटीशन में पार्ट लिया, आप यहाँ से यकीन मानो कुछ ना कुछ सीख कर ही जाओगे. कोई प्राइजेस लेकर जाएंगे, और आप जो नहीं जीत पाए, आप कॉन्फिडेंस ले जाओगे. आप कुछ ना कुछ तो हर एक जन सीख कर ही जाता है. So let me congratulate the winners as well as the losers. You are not the losers, because you have learned. It is an experience. It is an experience. Believe me, it is an experience. I would also like to appreciate the efforts of the management who are doing a wonderful job. They are working day and night for the upliftment of the society. They are working day and night for the upliftment of the society without being paid. Now their payment is with Allah, so they will be paid by Allah, inshallah, because they are working so hard so they can uplift the society. They can empower the women. So a round of applause for the management as well. Before I end my speech, I'll just take 2 more minutes. When I happen to be married in Kalyan. This is Oneza Farid is my maiden name. I'm married to Mr. Ayaz Chaudhary. And when I was married, I was quite young. I was just 20. I was in my last year. So I did all my education after my marriage. And the credit goes to a visionary man who happened to be my father-in-law, Mr. Qutbuddin Chaudhary. He was a man with great vision, and he was the one who promoted, he was the one who instilled confidence in me that you go, you learn, you can do it. And he's the one who made me start working for a college. He said, you are wasting yourself, so you should get out. And I would like to, my husband, Mr. Ayaz Chaudhary, he has donated amount of rupees 1 lakh for the upliftment of this trust. So I would like to, on the name of his father, Mr. Qutbuddin Chaudhary, and I hope sir will accept it from me. I'll hand it over to sir. So it was a wonderful experience. I can see a lot of lovely, beautiful faces eagerly waiting for the prize distribution. I end my speech here, and let me end with these words of Allama Iqbal. My mom, since I was a child, my mom used to always tell me this particular ashar or sher, and initially when I was a young girl I could not understand it, but then I realized. So she always used to say, quote Allama Iqbal, यकी मोहकम अमल पे हम मोहब्बत फाते आलम जिहाद जिंदगानी में यही मर्दों की शमशीर है. So thank you so much once again. All the best.